Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I will wait for some people to jump in here so we can start. Good morning to every single one of you. Good morning. Good morning. Jump in here. Jump in here. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for another day, for giving us two legs, two arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. God bless everybody. God bless every single one of you. Good morning and great initiation of the week. I wish you guys the best on this week, and the best ever, but the best initiation of the week on this Monday. October 12th, Christopher Columbus Day. A lot of people say why I don't celebrate Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus tortured a lot of indigenous children when he discovered America, the continent of America. Christopher Columbus was not a good guy for us, but we celebrate the day because it was supposedly America was discovered. Now we had to learn in history who really discovered the continent of America. It was not Christopher Columbus. It was Americo Vespucci, who designed the map and who directed Christopher Columbus to our continent. After that, it was discovered, but there were people already here. There were indigenous tribes already here, and the name America, it is given to the continent for Americo Vespucci. That is the guy that designed the map to direct Christopher Columbus to our continent. So I don't celebrate this day. The saying Dia de la Raza is completely contradictory. Why? Because he tortured a lot of our indigenous our indigenous children and indigenous people. I will read later on this afternoon about a little bit about Christopher Columbus and members, and exclusive members. Now let's go right into topic. What's going on in the United States? It's getting worse minute by minute. It's getting worse day by day with these protests. It's getting dangerous to go out and to broadcast, to go out and to also super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless you. It's getting bad. That's the word I had to say. It's getting bad. And this is the situation. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I don't want to panic nobody, as I am an informer. I inform people, and I'm a reporter. I report to people. But this is a predicament about what is really going to happen. And to be honest with you guys, there is a civil war that probably will happen. Probably will happen. There's talks about civil war. There's politicians that they're talking about civil war in Mexico. There are military chiefs outside of our continent in Europe that they're talking about civil war in our country, in your country. And ultimately, in your country, there is also the statement and the fear about civil war coming into, this incoming election. Do we actually believe the Civil War? What are the factors for the Civil War? The first one is the hatred against the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and the draining of the swamp, like he calls it. The hatred against the President of the United States of America, it has become the number one factor for this Civil War if it has a potential to start. Sorry, the sun gets hit in my eyes, and I had to put this this thing right here so it can block the sun in my eyes. And we all know that if this happens, number one is because of the hatred that they have against the President of the United States of America. It is enormous, the hatred that has been created against the President of the United States. It's just huge. It's the number one factor. Number two, the racial division. It's the number two is the, it's a plan, an orchestrated strategy by the left, this Black Lives Matter Marxist organization movement that is not for defending what happened to George Floyd, is not for defending what happened to Breonna Taylor. It is to push their narrative and to push the Marxist leftist agenda. That is what it is. And also to create division. Remember what I told you about communism. Confrontation is the number one thing that communists need to take over the power of the state. Amazing. Number two. Number three, what is going on, what is going to happen, what is causing this potential civil war. Number three is ultimately the mail-in ballots that is going to create a lot of corruption. It's going to create, a lot of distortion of information, and it's going to create also a decision that it will evolve and probably prolong the process of election. Probably prolong the process of election. Add to the fact all the things that they have been happening in this racial division, and also this movement in the United States of America with young kids, activists protesting against the President of the United States. Also add another one, that is white supremacy. This factor is really delicate. Why? Because they are actually, there's a lot of white supremacists that they're actually active against the Black Lives Matter organization. So it's going to cause, a friction between these two groups. That is the NFCA and also the white supremacists. These groups are this close. This close. It's a time bomb. It's this close, people, for an explosion to happen. Now add to the fact, number five, how the countries from outside of the United States of America, how they're pushing and how they're instigating and motivating for this to happen. To have an unstable country, which is that China with the pandemic, that is number five, which is that Iran and Iraq, because constantly threatening the United States of America and saying that they're going to have retaliation for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, which is that the United Nations and George Soros that is supporting Antifa, and that ultimately Donald Trump has been open and vocal about not being a part of the World Health Organization, and also not being a part of the United Nations and these international groups. And lastly, this is provoked by the elite. The elite are enormous, obsession with pedophilia and child trafficking. Donald Trump has stopped that and has given a huge step in the world for us to open our eyes of the enormous child trafficking and the enormous multi-billion business that is child abuse and child trafficking and pedophilia. All of these are involved in right now in a time bomb in the United States of America. Also, all of this that I have mentioned caused an economical collapse that is all around the world, but specifically it has caused an economical collapse in the United States of America. It is difficult to talk about this because you don't want that in the neighbor that you respect so much. For me, it's the United States of America, my neighbor, the greatest country that exists. It is the United States. But you're seeing how these Democrats and how these leftist socialist radicals, they are destroying your country. The number one thing that you guys need to do is go out and vote. Go out and vote. Register to vote. Particularly vote in person. And mail-in ballots has been the number one topic that the President of the United States of America has been really vocal to Joe Biden. And he has said this is going to be the biggest corruption in American history. Is he accurate or not? Yes, he is. Yes, he's absolutely accurate. It will be the most corrupt elections in American history. Now, not only that, to touch that, recently Donald Trump has come out and said, I am coming out, not like my opponent that he's hiding on a basement. I'm coming out. Why my opponent is not coming out like me? After I got COVID, I am coming out. Look at me. And he hasn't said anything about it. This kind of statements, Donald Trump right now is in a place where he needs to remain calm, as I support him. But he needs to remain calm because every statement right now, it can be taken as a potential confrontation. I will say. Just saying. And he has been attacked so much that he has done a phenomenal and excellent job keeping calm and demonstrating with facts and keeping their promises. Now it's a time for not to create confrontation, and it's a time to create, a peace mindset on the American citizens, the United States citizens, and to give them hope that this will be resolved. The United States of America cannot be stopped. It is a machine. It is a working machine. It is a capitalist working machine. You can't stop the country that has been, that has been a capitalist system for the world. You can't stop that. It's just inevitable. It's just inevitable. You can't stop the United States of America. The United States citizens want things to go back to normal. They are tired of this. I have seen it, and everybody's tired over here in Mexico. Everybody's tired, and who's not tired of this pandemic, and who's not tired of this situation with the virus? Who's not tired of this? But specifically, if we're talking about a first-class world country, and if we're talking about a country that it has to keep on moving, and the wheels have to keep on moving, it is the United States of America. Now, what is going to happen? You saw another patriot from your movement, from right wing, that got assassinated the other day. Is it getting dangerous? Absolutely. Is it getting difficult? Yes, absolutely. Is it getting hard? Yes. Is it going to get ugly? Yes. Why? Let's give a scenario. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, and God forbid, let's say Joe Biden wins. Out of the corruption, out of, everything that is happening, nobody is going to let that happen on the right side and on the Republican side. Nobody's going to let that happen. Why? Number one reason why. They know what is coming. Globalization, a communist system, which I explained to you on Saturday, how they're trying to take away your liberty and how they're trying to take away your freedom and your rights, and how they're trying to make you forget that you're human. to forget that you have love, that you have sentiment, that you have affection, that you have, ambitions as growing as a human being. And they're trying to make you believe that you're poor, that you don't have that. So you only have the materialistic or the material ambition that is water, electricity, clothing. They're trying to make you believe that. It's spiritual. If Joe Biden wins, this is going to happen. There is going to be a friction, an enormous friction between right-wing protesters and also Trump supporters. And not only right-wing, but all the people that they are against this globalization, this new world order, and these communist systems. Is it going to be more aggressive if Trump wins? Absolutely, 1,000% for sure. And the other side of the coin, if Trump wins, my God, all hell is going to get loose. Now, let's see what the President of the United States of America is going to do, because I know he already has a plan. What he is going to do to stop all these protests as soon as he wins. And as soon as he gets reelected. Let's see what his potential plan is for him to stop this. I believe instantly, and I believe that instantly he needs to send the National Guard. Immediately, without no doubt. That's not militarizing the cities. A lot of people are going to say that's militarizing the cities. Militarizing the cities is putting a curfew. It's practically taking over the city under military government. No. Only stopping protesters and being vigilant of what they're going to do for a threat. I believe that it's time. I believe that it is absolute time for the president to be having a strategy with the National Guard and securing every state of the United States of America. Every single one of them. I don't care if you haven't seen no protesters in your town, or your city, or your state. Every single one needs to be protected. Needs to be protected. I will tell you why. If you think that riots right now are starting, believe me, when Donald Trump gets reelected, they're going to explode more. As double the force, and it's double the power. It's double the force, and it's double the power. It is amazing what is going to happen. So we need to be careful of what is going to happen. The United States of America, with the patriots that you going out there and supporting, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is what they're trying to do. It is fear tactic to create chaos for them to have the control of everything. That is what communists and socialists do. Don't be afraid. The only thing that I can tell you, is that right now, as of right now, everybody knows that there's going to be an enormous confrontation if the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, gets re-elected. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. And there's supposed to be a preparation for this event to happen in case the other counterpart wins. I hope to God, no, he doesn't win. But if the counterpart that is, is Joe Biden, if he wins, that will be horrible. And let's wait for what is going to happen, or what they're going to provoke, or if still the protests are going to keep on going if Joe Biden wins, because they have the more liberty to do so. This people, it is, if there's going to be a civil war, a lot of people have given their statements. There's a really good video of Political Avenger. You guys know her. She's extremely smart. And probably later on I will have her on a show, see if I can invite her, and she wants to come in for a minute to talk about, you know, a potential civil war. She knows a lot. There's a really good video. I will share it today that I saw, how she's explaining potential civil war. And this is like, it is, a lot of people are watching this, and it's a possibility. There's a possibilities of this happening. And it's sad to see the greatest country that exists, the most secure country that exists, going through this kind of process and going through these kind of situations, going through this kind of process and going through this kind of situations. Let me address this comment in Spanish. ¿Cómo me gustaría que usted haga un video en español del tema tan importante que hablas? Todos los días hago videos. Hold on a minute, people. I like to address this because a lot of people coming into my live feed not knowing my hours when I do live feeds in English, when I do live feeds in Spanish. Para toda la gente que nos está viendo, muy buenos días. Saludos, patriotas. En la mañana hago noticias en inglés para el público norteamericano y para el público que habla el lenguaje de inglés. Y en la tarde, alrededor de las 6:30, tiempo Tijuana, siempre hago videos en español. Así es que nos vemos en la tarde, patriotas. God bless everybody. We're back. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless. This is the most difficult thing about understanding what is going to happen. And for me to explain to you guys and to be honest and transparent, specifically with every single one of you, we have to be honest and we have to be transparent. There is a high potential risk of a civil war happening. There is a high potential risk of a civil war happening. Remember, this has been categorized. The next decade is going to be categorized as the decade of the darkness. That's what a Chinese communist leader has recognized. This decade that is going to lead us for the transformation of the Agenda 2030 for this new world order. If we don't stop it, or in a way, if we don't put the right pieces of the puzzle in, if we don't put the right pieces of the puzzle in our countries, what is the right pieces of the puzzle? In the case of the United States of America, re-elect the president of the United States of America. In the case of Mexico, get rid of AMLO. That's the number one thing. Get rid of this globalist president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Get rid of him. And not only that, in places like Belarus, get rid of Alexander Lukashenko. In places like Venezuela, get rid of Nicolás Maduro. You know, get rid of Michael Moreno, that is the Prime Minister of Justice in Venezuela. You know, in China, stop the Chinese Communist Party, stop the Communist Party of China. We need to completely defund the United Nations and prosecute George Soros. Those are the kind of things that they will decrease this evil and demonic movement that, as I told you guys since I started, I told you, this is a big wave, an evil force that is coming towards us without no permission, without asking you, knock, knock, here I am, can I come in? Without telling you, this is about, advising you and telling you, this is what is going to happen, so be prepared. No. It is amazing what is happening. It is completely amazing what is happening. And for us to be clear, I don't like to panic nobody. Panicking the audience is one of the things that a communicator doesn't have to do. He has to be impartial, and he has to say, things like, there's going to be problems, but hope that we can fix them. The authorities are going to take care of them. La 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 la. I can folkloric my language with you guys, and I can be, creating a smokescreen with my language, so you guys can feel comfortable that nothing is going to happen. I believe that it's not time for that. I believe that it's time for us to be transparent and for us to say the things the way that it has to be said. And these are the things that we need to say as they're going to be said. There is a civil war coming to you guys, and it's potentially going to happen. Now, there is a possibility of going to happen. Yes, there is a big possibility. If Donald Trump wins, there is a big possibility that probably, there's going to be a rising of people that they're going to fight against this decision of Donald Trump getting reelected. Nobody wants him. Nobody likes them on the left. Nobody likes him. And this hatred that has been created from the left and the mainstream media to hate the president of the United States of America. I showed you guys yesterday on a live feed on YouTube how the narrative of Mexico is not sending their best, and how the CNN reporter, how he narrates to his advantage, into his narrative, into his to push his own narrative. It's amazing how they flip everything. And I explained to you, this is what is really happening in Mexico. No, he's lying. This is what is really happening. This is what the press has been doing for 4 years now against the president. And now more than ever, they're going to do it more extensively. It's going to be, it's these last days of October, we are less than a month from the biggest elections in history of the United States. We are less than a month from the most important elections in history in the country of the United States. It's the most important elections. Less than a month away. And I remember when we first started talking, when you guys started asking me if I can do a live feed in English, I remember. And you guys started asking me, what, Oscar, explain to us, what was happening with the caravan and all that kind of stuff. I started explaining. Then you guys started saying, hey, so, what you're on, like, what political party do you prefer? I started saying, I'm not for a political party, but I think that I support the president of the United States of America. In that particular time, I said that. And you guys started saying, oh, we're gonna win the re-election by a landslide. There's not gonna be no problems. You guys never thought that this was gonna happen. Nobody thought that this was gonna happen. In their wildest dreams, you guys in your wildest dreams never thought that this was going to happen. And don't lie to me. Because we have been broadcasting together for more than 2 years. Almost 2 years. 2 years, to be exact. And this has not stopped. And the mentality of a landslide is just an arrogant mentality. It's just a prepotent mentality. Just a prepotent mentality. Just for you to say, oh, we're going to win by a landslide. It's going to be a landslide. It's going to be really easy. We had a problems here and there, but no. It's not the competition. It's not the candidate that is making it difficult. It's the demonic people. It's all the New World Order. It's the elite, which I told you guys. It's all the elite which are making this difficult. It's not, it's not Joe Biden. It's not Kamala Harris. It's the people behind it. It's all the powerful people that they want the United States of America to suffocate and to transform and to be a part of the New World Order and being part of this communist system. It is that. We have been talking for 2 years about this day, about this time of the re-election time. We have been talking about this. And the only thing that we have gotten in return sometimes from a lot of you guys is we're going to win by a landslide. That I have always thought when I'm seeing the comments and the comments are going fast and they saying landslide, I'm like, man, these people need to understand that it's not going to be like that. And now with the mail-in ballots and the corrupt United States Postal Service, the USPS, it's not going to be that easy. Probably the counting of the votes is going to prolong for more time. They're going to take a long time to count all the votes and to make sure that every vote has been documented and they haven't been, duplicating votes and all this kind of stuff. It's not going to be easy. But when it happens, and when all the swamp is cleared, there's other problems that are going to happen. That is, the radical groups that they are performing right now, violence and rioting on your country. If they're going to stop or they're going to continue, or if there's going to be a solution. It is amazing. Now, we have another problem also. It is the vaccine. If it's going to cure, if it's going to be safe, there's going to be side effects. When it's going to come, businesses are going to reopen. Everything's going to go back to normal. Speculated 2021, around April, that everything is going to be going back to normal in April 2021. It's just important for us to be admitting and analyzing the problems that we have, and not being arrogant and prepotent and saying, we got this, it's easy. Yes, we got this, but it's not easy. Let's work hard and let's try to win as clear and transparent as possible. Good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Super chat is on the bottom. For people that want to donate and contribute to my work, also my PayPal is pinned on the top. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining. Follow my partner at his YouTube channel as Real Anthony Agüero, and also you can follow him at his Facebook page as Real Anthony Agüero. God bless everybody. You can follow my page at Facebook as Oscar El Blue. And also you can subscribe to my channel at YouTube as Oscar El Blue. And also you can become a member to receive exclusive content in YouTube as Oscar El Blue. God bless every single one of you. Have a beautiful Monday. Let's pray. Let's have faith. And ultimately, let's continue to fight and bring God into our lives again. Stay safe. And like we always say, peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first. God bless.